Some of them need to.
You know, we have about 500 pieces in the office. Yeah, but not yet.
Comment on doit jouer?
So we just to brand and then we are from
Comment c'est fait?
TVC News. Okay. Where is LTV?
They are still outside.
You saw them? Oh. It is there. So we are here. This is the place. And I'm actually waiting for others to come. We'll still be going out to do our general talk. But just for you to know how the land is. Ordinarily, we ought to have started clearing. Because we'll be having the gatehouse from the road and, to this side. But all the plots facing the express, facing Igbogbo Road, they are going to be under commercial. Possibly you have somebody who want to build a filling station, hospital, schools, all the plots there. There are about 25. There are about 25 plots there. Facing now after that, then we have the residential. This estate here, we have 120 acres of land. So somebody will just imagine that, can you get dry land like this? Not far from the office, Ikorodu. This is not a general or Igbogbo, those Ikorodu interior. And it's not under maybe any agric or maybe any, this is with C of O, pure dry land. And that can only be God. The land was actually kept.
Yes.
The origin of the land is, we bought from Tolerance Brick. They've been here for about 20-something years. Yes, they came in here around 2003, there about 2090, something. I can't remember now. But I said they've been here for over 20 years. But because they were actually into the brick business, and because brick business is no longer fashion, is no longer in vogue in the country. Everybody now uses a block, to build houses. So the company, so we bought over, and because they have C of O, so this is the land. You can see anybody buying here is. We are even we are doing instant allocation. Because as I'm talking to you, the layout is ready. We'll be sharing that on the platform today. And all the other documents. On all your flyers, the C of O number is there. Yes. So for anybody to confirm, it's just allows her, just there. So this is Lagos. Ikorodu is so strategic because Ikorodu is just 10 minutes to Aja here. Well, we'll be going to the Bayeku's jetty after our meeting here. There's a jetty there from Bayeku to Aja Okera. It's just 10 minutes. There's another jetty there, a Butte jetty. To law school VI is just about 15 minutes. And people, there are workers living here, working there. So they also can buy land here and build here. And the 4th Mainland Bridge is also coming up. One of the wing of the 4th Mainland Bridge is actually coming to Bayeku here, Igbogbo Bayeku. That's why you have the setback. From where our land starts to the setback is almost about 100 meters to the road. So they will be having almost about 4-5 lanes on this very road. So the 4th Mainland Bridge is also coming. So like I used to say, you must have all the sites for you to become what? To invest into properties. Because property business don't die. Property business don't crash. It always appreciates in value anywhere in the world. It's so certain. Confirmed. Assured.
Real.
It's so real.
So real.
And that's why it's called real estate. It's not real motto now. So real. So this is Ikorodu, Igbogbo. It's so central. This is not bush. It's not one forest somewhere. This is just like the way we launched Treasure Hilltop Estate. Now when we launched Hilltop, so many people got the opportunity. Some bought half plot for 3 million naira. The value of the half plot today in the frontal side is worth about 7.5 million. Because the frontal side, if you are to get any plot there now, it's about 15 million naira. While you have the extension for what? 8 million naira. So if you are, and that is just 1 year. The place was launched January last year. Just 1 year. Just check that. With 3 million, your land has what? Appreciated to 7.5 million naira. Yes, I saw somebody, and we told him that he said he needed that frontal side. He said, "Can you pay 15 million?" He said, "No problem." I was shocked. Yeah? And that was it. Settled. So that's the value. So he's so sure that this place, we are talking about 8 million today, when development comes in, the sure assurance is there for what? Good return on your investment. I told you about Agbara Igbesa, our very first estate, 11 years ago. Today we have 17 estates. We are still counting. Progress, movement. Because of what? Focus. Because of what? Foresight. Because of what? Farsight. Because of what? Hindsight. Because of oversight. Because of what? Insight. All the sites are what? Available. It's moving. When we were doing the schedule for all the index, I was just looking at, I counted all the estates. I counted 17. And that's why you have to sometimes check yourself. I did a lecture on Monday that you must have a plan. Everybody's here, you must have a plan. Aside from the fact that you'll be selling, there is nothing wrong for you also to buy here and sell tomorrow and build tomorrow and do business. It's so guaranteed, it's so sure, it doesn't fail. It doesn't fail. Any other business can crash, but real estate business does not fail. I was at our Lekki office November last year, and they told me that it seems COVID brought gains for landlords in Lekki because all their properties are appreciated by 100%. They said land they were selling for 40 million now goes for 80 million. The guy was telling me that day that the whole of Chevron, that you can't get anything less than 100 and something million. He was saying, he said, you needed something 40 million, you have to go to Shagotedu. So that gave us that information. So we also have to what? Change our price. Our Shagotedu land goes for 30 million naira. And the growing rate in that area is 50 million naira. And before COVID, with 12 million, you could get a plot of land at where? Shagotedu. So even with pandemic, property business you got, appreciate. That's just the worst of it.
Nítorí náà lẹ ṣe jẹ́ Olúwa. Nítorí náà lẹ ṣe jẹ́ Olúwa. Ẹ lè ṣe, ẹ lè bí o. Ẹ lè ṣe, ẹ lè bí. Ẹ lè bí, ẹ lè ṣe. Ẹ lè bí, ẹ lè ṣe. Nítorí náà lẹ ṣe jẹ́ Olúwa. One more time, nítorí náà lẹ ṣe jẹ́ Olúwa. Nítorí náà lẹ ṣe jẹ́ Olúwa. Ẹ lè ṣe, ẹ lè wí o. Ẹ lè ṣe, ẹ lè wí. Ẹ lè wí Olúwa. You are the Most High. You are the Most High God.
I'm with Agbu over 4 years ago. In fact, I'm really wala. I can't live there. Because the day they call me, nothing so you. They don't call me Mama Mabo. I'm afraid by you as ambassador. No, I'm not sure to me. I have to go to church. Ask. Tí Ọlọ́run bá pè bẹ̀rẹ̀ ibi ìjẹni tí mi ìjẹni rí wàhálà tí ò ní sí problem ni màá ṣe.
This is one of our biggest products. This is what? One of our biggest products. This is exactly a replica of what we have done at Treasure Hilltop, Command Igbogbo. This one has been here for so many years. The company here, Tolerance Breed, they've been here for over 20 years. And because of the fact that brick business is no longer in fashion in this country, so they have to give up the land. Who could have known that there are over 100 acres of land here? But kept for Hardview Investment Limited. Let's give them a round of applause. So Investment Limited called him and bought it to the estate. He has never been to Nigeria before. And doesn't even have any plan of coming to Nigeria. Douglas. And he bought the land. So that shows that anything can happen. You can get any client. Government agencies, ministries, parastatals, government workers, there are quite a number of them living around this area. They can always invest here. There are so many people working on the highland. Aja down to VI, they can invest here. Because at the end of this land, you just have the lagoon crossing to the other side. Just 10 minutes on the either flying boat or any of the boats. You are there. You have got good opportunities available for you, except you are not ready to use it. As government is thinking about development, bringing the fourth mainland bridge, you also should be working towards enjoying it now. You don't have to wait till then, when the bridge is completed. The land we are seated here today is actually what is it called? It is a setback. God bless you. In preparation for the fourth mainland, the government will go, they know what they are doing. They are very strategic. They are futuristic. They have their plans. As one of the arm of the bridge coming down, you'll be seeing the road expanded. This road can go to about 4 or 5 lanes connecting to Aja. So it's a good opportunity for all your clients, your prospects, your friends, your people, your family, your members, your church, your everybody to invest. What we are doing or selling today is called the introductory price, the promo price, the starter price, initial offer. I remember about 5 years ago, I and BJ, we came to this area, and there was 1 acre of land that was given to us somewhere around here. 1 acre for 5 million naira. The same 1 acre of land today, a plot of land now goes for about 8 million naira there now. One of the streets on this road. Times 6. Calculated the number of years. 96 million. 8 million times 6. 48 million. 48 million. Take out the 5 million, your initial investment. You have 43 million naira gain. No bank can give you that. So no business, no other investment is so guaranteed like real estate business. Yesterday we were having a meeting somewhere in our school at Lagos City. And we were looking at what we were paying our landlord every year. We were doing the budget for the year. The hostel and the school, we saw that we were paying him 10 million every year. Just 1 man. Because of what? The investment he has done years. Every year. Just get the money. Even if he's spending 800,000 every month, at least that will cover for 1 year for him. Convenient. Not again. Nothing to do. Check out your landlord where you are living today. You have the opportunity to sit your landlord down and ask how much and how he built the very place you came from. They will inform you how they started with the first step, going for inspection, paying the first deposit, starting the foundation, and gradually they have got what you are enjoying today. Somebody suffered for where you are sleeping, enjoying today. Somebody saw you in the picture. Some of us there, maybe we weren't even born, giving back to. But they have built the house in readiness for us coming. Why can't you see the future for the unborn generation? The future now. Over the weekend, I drove the first time, last Saturday. I went to our former house. I snapped the house. I called the tenants. The man came out. Every year, he pays my daddy 1.5 million naira. Even if he's spending 100,000 naira every year, every month, he has money. He has nobody. There's no responsibility for anybody. He's enjoying his money. And 3 naira in 1977, and he bought the house. It cost 3 naira. He picked the form in 1977, first tax 77, it cost 3 naira. The most assured business you can put your money, that you can go and sleep, is real estate. Any other business can crash. Anything can happen. Government policy might just come in and, but real estate business is sure and guaranteed. Real estate business is the bedrock of human existence. That's exactly what God first created. When He opened the world, the calendar, said let there be light. Created the world. First thing. And it's going to be like this till Jesus comes back. Fucking genius.
I'll make it 10 minutes, maybe 10, 15 minutes. It's too long. Okay, I'll try and do 5 minutes. I want to greet our mommy here, Mama Rainbow, Mr. Yolawa, Dada the Good, Mr. Pius, and everyone on the high table. I also greet my fellow consultants. It's nice to be here. While cutting my teeth as a real estate and property journalist, one of the first things that I was told is that real estate investment is tied to infrastructure, and that when you want to buy a property in any location, the first thing to watch out for is the plan of government. What is government planning for that area, particularly in the area of infrastructure? And I'll give an example. There used to be a time that people say Lekki Phase 1 and Ikoyi is completely different. In the sense that at that time, a plot in Lekki Phase 1 was still selling for like 100 million naira. While at that time, plots in old Ikoyi was already going for close to 250 million naira. At that time, the only access between Ikoyi and Lekki was Ozumba and Badiwe Road. So when Fashola came and he said he was going to do the Ikoyi link bridge, Lekki Ikoyi link bridge, a lot of people who understood that if that bridge becomes a reality, it means that automatically Lekki Phase 1 and Ikoyi becomes one. Because within 2-3 minutes, you are able to access the two locations. So there will be a bridge in prices. So people who are very smart, who could not afford Ikoyi, started to buy Lekki Phase 1. Today I can tell you that the margin between the two locations no longer exists. So if you buy from Lekki Phase 1 or you stay in Ikoyi, there's no difference. The two locations, just because of that bridge, have automatically become one. What we are saying is that if the fourth mainland bridge is eventually done, and we know it will be done, Ikorodu and Island automatically becomes one, whether you like it or not. Because if you have to do a journey of 5 minutes between the two locations, then what's the difference? So that influx, this is not fiction, I'm talking reality. So if a land is still selling 8 million naira in Ikorodu now, and you think, okay, already on the island, they're already buying for 50, 60 million naira, this is the time to come and buy Ikorodu. Like we always say in real estate, you don't wait to buy, you buy now and wait. So in this part of town, we know that things don't come very fast, but they will definitely come. So if you are talking to any of the experts, make them understand that, look, there are people who missed out of opportunities because they doubted that projects will be done and it will eventually come. So there's no missing words. Buying from this estate is a big deal. There's no doubt about it. It's a big deal. The jetty already gives us that inclination. Because we got to the jetty the last time we came here and we saw people. It was a very busy jetty. We had people who go from this place to the island every day. And they told us, the man told us, he said, within 10 minutes, you already get to Aja. And I remember there was a time I visited Badore in Aja. And so while we were at the lagoon front, the man told me, he said, look at the other side, that's Ikorodu. And so he said, so if the bridge comes, it means that within 5 minutes, you are already on the island. So even if you are afraid to ride on water, at least one day the bridge will come. The governor still said it at the forum last week that the fourth mainland bridge is a priority of the Lagos state government. Lagos has developed to a point where there's a need for that bridge. There's no mincing words about it. If we are to solve the problem of traffic in Lagos, we need the fourth mainland bridge. But for us as real estate consultants who will be talking to possible investors, we should hype more on that project and make them understand that that bridge would have far-reaching implications for property investment in this part of town. Beyond that, Ikorodu own. So even if you leave the fourth mainland bridge, you are already talking about a densely populated environment. So it's not a location where you are waiting for development. It will come. The development is already here. We just took shots of several government schemes about 2-3 minutes away from this place. So the development is here. this road, definitely you can see the setback. It means that there's a plan for a major road to be constructed in this place. So if you put all that together, there's no reason why anybody that has that money should not buy now, especially when we discover that the open market price for this area is already going for as high as 10, 12, 15 million naira. So if you have an introductory price of 8 million naira, it's a win-win for whoever is buying. Again, you are also buying a dry land. You know, whether we like it or not, cost of construction is one thing that you have to consider when you are buying land. This place, just excavate and start to build. You are not feeling anything. You are not. There's no. You don't even need a raft here. From what I've seen, just build, do your foundation, do a very good German floor. So you are building at a minimal cost. So put all that together. I think this particular location, you don't need to do too much marketing. Just
àti kéèyàn gbẹ́lẹ̀ kó dàbí ṣùgbọ́n tí Ọlọ́run bá ti lọ́wọ́ sí nǹkan rẹ̀ ló máa fi ṣe ó tiẹ̀ gbégù kò ṣàgbọ́wọ́ yọ̀wọ̀ rẹ̀ nítorí náà máa kọ́ síbí ṣé tán bá ti ṣe títì yẹn àwọn àtàwọn tá a wà ní island kan náà ni wà kí ló fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ a ti di neighbor bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó jẹ́ tètè wá ara tiẹ̀. A ti pariwo rédíò lẹ́nu, a ti pariwo tẹlifíṣàn lẹ́nu. Nítorí àwọn ẹlẹ́gbẹ́ mi, àwọn aláta eléko oníyọ̀, wọ́n á di owó wọn sábẹ́ báyìí. Ọmọ tó máa fi ṣe. Once tó bá ti débi tó ti rà lọ́dọ̀ Agbèrú, tó ti fi owó kan lélẹ̀. Bí ìgbà tó ń dájọ́ ni, ìwọ kan máa mú wá wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́. Ẹ̀sìn bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́ tí ìyá alákàrà gba ìwé, ìyá alákàrà. Kàkà kó rẹ́rìn ó bú sẹ́kù nípa àyù kàyọ̀ ṣé pé láyé tòun tó ń wáyé nínú àkàrà rẹ̀ lòun tó ra ilẹ̀ ìjọ ọ̀tọ̀ ọlọ́kadà ní kẹwàá ọ̀kadà nítorí kó fọkàn sí ó lè gbé ìyẹn nítorí kó fọkàn sí ọkọ tèmi ti kọ́lé o kí ni mo wá ọdẹ tìyẹ tó o bá kọ́ ní tàwọn ọmọ ẹ ṣe é múrí àwọn bàbá tó jókòó yìí lẹ́yìn fìlà tó fi sórí ayọ̀ sí ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá gbé tiẹ̀ dé tọ́rọ̀ òní mo ya aró tán dá àwọn wo ẹgbẹ́ tó máa wọlé màyàn ní màìsùwìtì ẹgbẹ́ máa jẹun ní orí dáìnì kò ní fi dọ́kan léètì ó lè mọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ó ti ń ṣe nǹkan kan síbẹ̀ yìí ọmọ yẹn sọ fẹ́ yìí obìnrin ó yẹ káwọn obìnrin múra yìí tó bá ṣe ní tọmọ ẹ ọba kan ti jẹ́ tọ́lọ́jọ́ dé tó gbé lẹ̀ ńlá kan ní wo ìyá Rachel wọlé ọmọ ẹ wọlé ìyá Michael mọ́mọ́ ẹ wọlé wo kò sí kò lè ṣe bá ń gbọ́nà àwọn ẹbí àsọ fún ẹ pé àwọn mọ̀ àwọn ọ̀nà kó wọn jáde níbo ló fẹ́ wọ̀ àwọn àní ẹ̀ ààbò ìgébi rìngì tó ń tà ń dùn mọ́ta ó jẹ́ ṣe nǹkan lẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ṣe nǹkan lẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ìdúmọ̀ tàtà lọ wúmà kan ní màmí mo nílé ọkọ mi nílé ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ sọ ó wọ̀ mí lára ẹ jẹ́ kó ra bíi mẹ́rin àwọn mẹ́rin ni wọ́n kó ya forúkọ wọn rà bí ò tiẹ̀ kọ́ tó bá lọ tán àwọn máa kọ wọn máa rántí pé ìyá fi kọ̀ọ̀kan lẹ̀ fáwọn tí bàbá wà rántí pé bàbá gbogbo ayé ni ayé ẹ̀ lẹ́nu wọ́n ajíjẹ dídùn láṣẹ nígbà tó kú ìyàwó ẹ̀ ti ṣe báyìí ẹ̀wọ̀n alákọ̀wé ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹja dín wọ́n máa yí kọ̀dé ní pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọkùnrin mẹ́rin wọ́n suit fún wọn wọ́n wá sí bẹ̀rẹ̀ ground wọ́n ṣe dé báyìí ẹ̀kọ́rẹ́ sà ẹ̀wọ̀n pé àwọn tó fẹ́ síta ó máa ní respect kan ó ti wọ̀ pé wọ́n tó wà ní onígbéraga ẹ̀kọ́rẹ́ sà ẹ̀kọ́rẹ́ máa yàn ọkọ mi ò tí kò gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ sọ tó bá kí ẹ tó bá dáhùn èmi ní jẹkújẹ òṣì tó ètò ọlọ́run kó wọn ni àwọn ẹbí kó wọn mẹ́rin ìwọ tó wà lé òun mọ̀ ẹ wá buyẹpẹ ìyàwó ẹ̀ jáde wọ́n ní súwìtì ṣúgà ló ń pera wọn lé sá ajíjẹ dídùn ní orúkọ ọkọ ṣáì gbọ́ gánà ìgbé orúkọ ẹ̀ ló rò ó báwo pé nàìjíríà rí bákan ó yìí máa dá o ìbàdàn gbà tó ń ṣe orúkú ń bò wá ni nísìnyí ìbàdàn ti dán ọba tí yàtọ̀ gbẹdẹ bí sìn wọn náà fẹ́ ṣe títì inú mi tiẹ̀ dùn pélé yẹn sún ọ̀rọ̀ lè dé fún gbogbo ilé tó wà wájú ó yá ẹ wó ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í wó wọn ara ti aṣoríire ọjọ́ tèmi ti bí ọ̀dọ̀ ágbìú àlọ́ police station rí o ọ̀ gbé wa ọ̀ arrest wa ìwọ àwọn kan lájọ́ polówó tẹlifíṣàn LTV8 àwọn LTV8 wà ní ìgbà kan làwọn táwọn ìdí gbódògbódò mo ní kí la ṣe kí lè ṣe wà wọn láwọn akọ o ní kóòtù wọn lẹni báyìí náà wá mú nígbà tẹ́yìn ọ̀la yẹn ní tẹlifún lẹ́kìtì ó ní bàbá ẹ̀jọ̀ ìgbà tẹ́yìn fíìl fọ́ọ̀mù ṣé fíìl èkìtì tí wọ́n ń jọ mọ́ èkìtì kí n jọ kí n gbà wọn náà wọ́n ò lè gbà yín ágbíù làwà ágbíù ẹ̀ lálẹ́ lọ.
Thank you very much, man. Anytime I'm with her, in fact, there's no dull moment. In fact, always, she's always happy and full of life. Full of life. I want to welcome everybody on the high table. We have Mr. Wale Yada, the good. He's one of our media consultants. He's also from Jordan yesterday. Yes. So we want to thank him for coming. He's also our tourism expert. He packages all our tourism, our traveling packages. Thank you very much. Our HR manager, Mr. Yolawao. Thank you. Our elder statesman, Mr. Pius Nebeniki. Thank you. Our Ibadan manager, Mr. Kunle Alabi. Thank you. Mr. Yonitemi, Mr. Sheyi, everybody. These are veterans. We've been around for so many years. Because of what we do in Agview, we do with one mind and with the fear of God. And that's why in the last 11 years, we've been consistent. It's been the same Agview, but coming out with different products, different packages, sellable products. In all the 17 estates, there are about, at least you will surely see one meaningful development there. And as of today, we are building in 6 different locations. Workers there working every day. You go to Ilasamaja, they are working there. Go to Command Alagbado, they are working. Bluestone, they are working. Treasure Island Estate Phase 1, they are working. Extension, they are working there. Work is going on. Because that's what we stand for. Because people's money, you have to be very careful in managing their funds, and don't promise what you cannot do. In our view, we are not going to tell you we are not giving you 10 cows. Because nobody wants to start a rural business here. What you are doing in land, we give you the land. When you buy 2-bedroom, you get the 2-bedroom. When you buy 3-bed, you get your 3-bed. If it is duplex, you get it. And we are doing all that here because we have got enough land to build houses here. Like I said, this land is about 120 acres of land. That is massive. So we want to thank you for coming. We'll be living here now. We're going to the jetty here. Then from the jetty here, go in there. And all the bus managers, make sure you take care of the buses, those who came with you. Then make sure you write your name. Like the last one, some people came and said they forgot. Please don't forget to write your name. It's very, very important. You might be needing it for so many things. You might use it for some important things. So it's very important. When we got to Agara Ibesa that year, we changed the dynamics. We were able to carve a niche for ourselves and separate ourselves from the crowd. Within 1 year, we were able to develop and build so many houses. In Igbogbo today, we have allocated about 1,200 plots. And all the lands allocations are there. One of the clients came on Monday and I requested for the list. The same thing on our letter of allocation is the same number on the list. It's just there. You do not go back there and start selling what does not belong to you. So it's very important. You can always think and look into what new, what best. This is still virgin land. About 600 and something plots of land there that we are going to sell. And from projection, everything here can go within 12 months. If you can bring in development here. So thank you very much. And finally, I would like to encourage. We have got clients. In fact, our clients alone, they can finish this place. Aside from new prospects, converts, people around. And I also would like to encourage residents, marketers residing in Ikorodu here. You can make this best opportunity of selling this place. You have got the Ikorodu jetty there that you can make your own office. We are going to be having a site office here. Workers will be here working, they will be here every day. So you can be doing daily inspection. The inspection here is going to be daily. Because morning coming, you're going to be off traffic, then same going back as well. So you can make the best use of all these jetties and some of the, there are some tenants that have been trying to buy around. This is a good opportunity for them to buy. Because as they are buying from a company, they are buying security. Their money is saved with the company. Some of them have got their fingers burnt with Monile and, but with Agvi Investment Limited, they are sure of what they are actually buying. For prospects coming in, clients make the best use of this opportunity to invest into the future. When it comes to property business, it's so guaranteed and safe. I was discussing with somebody, in banks, the only thing they will ask you to bring as collateral is the property document. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought of that before? Only thing, they will never ask you to go and bring your car. They will ask you, do you have a land somewhere? Let's have the document. We have seen so many clients that came to get documents as collateral in the company. As collateral. It is their land, they can use it. Can use the land as collateral and get money and do other businesses. So you have more to gain than to lose with this, in you investing in this very place. He said he would like to talk about. He said he would like to talk about roots. He has been here, he's living here, he's a landlord here. So he said he would just like 2 minutes.
Good afternoon, everybody. We want to appreciate the management for this wonderful opportunity. Please, I just want to get you familiar with the assets roads in Ikorodu here, so that whenever you are coming in, if you are driving, you won't fall victim. Fastest route was the route we followed this morning from Obolonto through Obaseku Made Road down to Igbogbo Road here. And if you are coming through Ikorodu roundabout, you can come in through Ojubode by the former Sky Bank, through Ireshe Road, down through Igbogbo Police Station, down to this place. Please, there are some roads that are being banned, that are one way that you must not even follow. So please, these rules, I'm going to itemize them, post them on the platform for you, so that whenever you are driving into Ikorodu, you won't fall victim into the hands of this traffic officer. Then there are some things you need to know about this place for you to sell this place. One, we have the Nigerian Port Authority very close by, through that Ebute Rampway. Nigerian Port Authority with Nigerian Customs, they are there. And beside it is the Ebute Jetty, which you need to know. So you can use this to sell this place. Lagos State Housing Estate is also very close to us here. Then another thing is this.
for those people that are familiar with the redemption camp, you know, the access route to that place is Ikorodu Shagamu Road. In fact, if you get there now, the road has been constructed. It's almost 80% completed as it is. So it is a very faster access going to redemption camp, going to Loto, going to Lagos Ibadan Expressway, or other access through the Shagamu interchange also. Then also we have another route, but that one is yet to be completed at all. That one is by Agric. So the development coming there also, we will have an access to, you know, Isherio Peak, to what they call it, Arepo, you know, all these houses too. So there are so many developments coming up in Ikorodu that can actually help you to sell this place more faster. So more of this is going to come in a write-up. We will be posting it on the platform so that you also get familiar with all these things to help you sell this place. Thank you very much.
Treasure Island Estate, Igbogbo Ikorodu. Ẹ wọlé ilẹ̀ tí ò ní wàhálà ọmọ onílẹ̀ ó dúró títí ó yanrantí ẹ mọ̀ wípé ọ̀tọ̀nítọ̀lú wò ọlọ́tọ̀ lónítòwò ọ̀tọ̀ Agbi Investment Limited àwọn kì í bá wọn hèèrà dèpòdépò pé wọ́n ń hèèrè tí ò lọ́mọ nínú Agbi Investment Limited ẹ tètè wàá ra lẹ̀ ti yín o. It's a privilege for me to be part of the Agbi Investment Limited family, and ever since I called the chairman my father, and I called the MD my uncle. You know, let me first of all welcome my fellow JP, Mr. Peter. Please put your hands together for Mr. Peter, JP. By this time yesterday, we were still in the plane. Yes, we landed exactly 1:46. Courtesy Agbi Investment Limited. Please. October, by the special grace of God, we are going to Turkey to celebrate Mama's birthday. And me myself, Agbi will sponsor me because I will qualify. I will qualify. No, this is an opportunity. You know, when we got to Dubai, courtesy Agbi Investment Limited, we met with Damak Property, we met with Emma Property, and those people, their life, their economy is being changed because they invested more in property. They saw the future. Somebody said, in 50 years, I mean, how possible transform from desert to #1 destination in the world? Investment. In Jordan, Mr. Peter, we got to a place and the tour guide was telling us you can invest in Jordan if you have $1 million. That's the minimum you start. But I tell you, in the next 2-3 years, your $1 million will have reached over $3 million. I say, how come? Okay, $1 million, 157 million. Okay, in 2-3 years, 157 million times 3. So I really want to encourage all of us to please, let's put in more energy. This place, like Chairman said, 1 year, but we can finish it in 6 months. We can finish it in 6 months. In fact, I'm being strengthened now to move ahead. I don't want to just be collecting money. I have to be bringing in money. So please, let us put all effort together. And I know by the special grace of God, God will help us. So, because a man that is well articulated, according to the Ikorodu, of his own ability, so that the metallurgicology of Zambia can be generally accepted. But when anybody we argue, we are talking.
Mama obìnrin mama ṣe é tì lọ́bì ìgbà máa ṣe mi. Gbèsè ní ìbálòpọ̀ ọkọ̀ yìí. Ẹ má ṣe. àgbàdo tó ṣe ti mú e mélòó lára Ìkòròdú mo jẹ́rìí àwọn client wá jẹ́ tán. àníjẹsí ní ìbọn tó dùn wọ́n kọ́ ẹ má ṣe tẹ́ bá fòrò.